Oh, there it is. There's that funk. What is up, everybody, and welcome into the Winner's Lounge.
Boom, boom.
Lasers, people might be sitting in the chat right now. By the way, we're presented as always by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Get that up on the screen. Yeah, here. What are we doing? There it is. Nice and beautiful right there. You guys, I have no idea what the vibes are like in cyberspace. You know what I mean?
Usually, idea.
Usually I'm online, I'm with the people online, this or that. I have no idea. All I can tell you is that the vibes at the DNVR bar, really at the DNVR takeover, have been insane. Incredibly immaculate. What's beyond immaculate? Is there anything?
I think immaculate is the superlative. Maybe immaculist. Surreal. Maybe I can't even come up with
these right words, man. I'm telling you, it's been incredible. It was a great takeover, and it's only just begun. Some drunk people are on their way back to the DNVR bar right now.
We have vibes in tow. Vibes are en route. Vibes are going to be in large supply. Buckle up.
And we might have a special guest on the show. We definitely have a special guest coming to the bar. No idea if they want to pop on the show or not, but I'm very excited for everybody to figure that out.
Hell yeah.
A not so special guest with me, it's D-Line Co.
I'm special in a great number of ways, just none that benefit you or the audience.
So true, like none that benefit
bro. That game was like not great, but it does not matter in any way, shape, or form. Let's go. Vibes are immaculate. All the Nuggets, all of Jokic is good.
All of Jokic is good. Superstar Dev.
I mean, I'm excited for the bus to get here. That takeover, really, it's incredible. Like, just to be around your people. Those are our people. For them to be here, meet them in person, see people again for the third, fourth, fifth time, and just like the vibes the entire time. So I love being around these, these type of vibes.
You feel the vibes, man. Then over here, Vogt, I thought was working the door. He's here.
There's no one here yet, so I figured I'd come on our show.
Welcome to our show we built.
You know what's cool, man? A lot's been made about the home crowd in Denver the last couple of weeks. And tonight, OKC, Saturday night, who's up for that? I don't know. I'm in the arena, and I keep hearing this irrational burst of noise and cheers and laughter and joy. And I turn my head, and oh, yeah, that's our people over there in 132. It was the coolest thing in the world. Shout out to everyone who came through because it was a great, great vibe.
Our and still is. All are the loudest. And by the way, you guys know what I thought really was a nice touch?
Oh, no.
Was a nice touch?
I already know what it was?
The signs.
There it is.
There were some great signs today that were made at the craft station of the DNVR takeover.
See, my only issue is that there was no available glitter.
There was no glitter.
I did not see a single googly eye.
No googly eyes.
No Elmer's glue involved. It was a very shoddy operation you set up. All the same, people wrote some good stuff.
I can just imagine what you would have looked like if there was glitter involved right now.
I would look like I do, just awesome.
I bet Eric is actually good at glitter.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, guys, can I tell you something? I'm good at glitter.
Are you good at glitter? So stupid.
The glitter guy.
The Denver Nuggets tonight. I want to say they took care of business. That might be doing a little work. To say they took care of business tonight would be doing a little bit of work. The Thunder took care of business tonight in that they were tanking and wanted to be competitive, and they did both of those things. They achieved the loss. They were competitive way more than they should have been. No Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They really didn't have – they had a bunch of no-names, man. I mean, I'm telling you, this roster they put out there was not a good one. But the Nuggets, for whatever reason, could just not get over the hump. 8 of 31 from the three-point line. The Thunder went to a zone for most of the second half. And I'm not even going to do the quick countdown. What do we call this?
Quick recap?
The fast recap, yeah. I'm not even going to do it.
My only hope is that everyone hates the show as much as I do.
That's your only hope. I'm not even going to do that because it honestly, the bus is here, Vogt.
Oh, my God.
You're out of here.
Dude, I thought Jokic played well.
I thought Jokic played well, so I had that same note.
That guy gets it.
These people are hanging out the window. Look at these people. This is about to be a total shit show. I can't wait for it.
Let me prepare.
I don't have a ton of notes on the night tonight. I thought Aaron Gordon was very good tonight for most of it. He was attacking. He's starting to get back into attack mode. He did go 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 8 of 17. But I can't start there as good as he was. I have to start with Nikola Jokic. This is my number one and maybe my only note of this game. The game of basketball sometimes, actually all the time, looks so easy for Jokic. And tonight it looks so hard for every other Nugget. And then he would go through these 4 or 5 possessions in a row where you're like, man, trying to like move mountains to get to the basket. And then Jokic would get it and just be like,
I know.
I mean, he was incredible tonight. 13 of 15, 35 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, plus 19. Dev, he's the DraftKings Sportsbook King of the game, but he was incredible tonight.
Yeah, he was incredible. And also, these type of games is like what makes you appreciate who he is as a basketball player, because that was a team that's like really playing the Nuggets hard every single time that they play them. They don't have Josh Giddey. They don't have SGA in this game. And they made it a real game. And Jokic had to go like to another level for them to actually win those games. So if you don't have Jokic in a game against the Thunder, then you would assume that it's going to be a good game. No, they got ran out the building tonight.
Man.
If Jokic didn't play, they would have got beat to sleep. And it wouldn't have been fun for anybody. But him being so good, him being so locked in and still like, really, you said it, making it come easy, that's like what separates him and makes him one of the greats right now. He really is just playing at a different level, and it doesn't matter who the competition is. He's doing it against the Thunder. He's doing it against the Sixers. He's doing it, against the Suns. It does not matter who the competition. Every single night, he's bringing it.
What I would say tonight, like, I was glad. I haven't got to go to a lot of games this year because I'm always here now. Harrison's our guy that's at the arena.
Yep.
I'm glad I was there tonight, and this wasn't even necessarily a special night, like, oh, I'm going to remember this one and tell my kids about it, but it's just one of those ones where it was a reminder to me of, like, this dude, man, I mean, honest to God, he has mastered basketball to where it looks so easy. It looks so easy.
I know, man, like, if you want to understand like the concept and like why everybody in Denver just gets so up in arms when people don't recognize the greatness of Nikola Jokic and what it is to literally be the most valuable player to a team, like Nikola Jokic put the Denver Nuggets on his back in every sense of that term. Like without him tonight, they would have. We're not faced to deal with like the nightmare that would have been had they somehow dropped this game. Like, all of the talk that we had leading up to this, like, oh man, this is great. The Nuggets are, locked in. They're like looking playoff ready. They're coming out. They're giving the Suns their best. And like, they did not do that tonight. Like but when you have the most valuable player in the league, the most valuable player in the world, like you can still win games like this. Obviously you're supposed to. I didn't know any of those goddamn players on the Thunder.
Oh, you didn't know, let's see, you had, from last time, Vit Krejci?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about
He gave the Nuggets the business last time. I mean, you didn't,
Waters the third.
Olivier Sarr.
What do you think his first name is?
Waters the third?
Lindy.
River.
Lindy.
Wow. We were given the biz by Lindy Waters the third.
Listen, Lindy. Listen.
Lindy Waters the third is somebody who beats you in a croquet battle.
I want to say that I had no doubts that the Nuggets were going to win this one because of how dominant Jokic was, but I did have a little doubt, and it was just like, could they get him the ball enough times? Could the ball find him? Because I knew, like, if the ball found him, it was like something great happened, probably a Jokic score, but something great was going to happen, and it just like even down to the final minutes, you're like, they got the ball to him 1 out of every 3 times, and it's just that's the part that's scary. But thankfully, like I said, Jokic was just so deep in his bag, and I have to give a little shout out. People get mad anytime you shout out Will Barton. I thought Will Barton had some very good moments in this game, and that he had some bad moments as well. He fed the haters, fed the lovers.
The perfect Will Barton
The perfect
game.
Will Barton game. Everybody eats.
The handshake. We're both right.
Yeah, we're both right. But the play that sealed the game and was the most important play was him getting the ball to Jokic on a very nice little drive and drop off that sealed it. So, do you have anything to say on Barton?
I have so many things to say on Barton. I have so many things. So, like, really, like, we talk about him feeding the haters, and he definitely does that. But also, he does make the haters shut up for, like, a while. This was a really good game from him to start. Like, he's active offensively. He's, playing the passing lanes. He has a block. He has 2 steals early in the game. And also, he was one of those players that was getting the ball to Jokic, and getting him involved. He finishes the game with 7 assists and also the game-winning assist, where there are times that he's taking tough shots. There are times that he's forcing and things like that, but I felt like he had a little bit more wiggle tonight. He was moving a lot better, and it looked like he was healthy. But what I did find out, and I've seen it before, but if you want to piss off the basketball gods, say something good about Barton mid-game. That's what you have to do.
It's like that's counting your chickens before they hatch.
As soon as you say something, it happens immediately,
Yeah.
like right on the spot. It's like, oh, you think Will Barton's doing good? Let me show you 5 bad plays in a row. And he'll do that. He really will do that. So, I mean, like, it was a good, I'm going to say it was a good Will Barton game. Like, he really was productive. They only had 3 good players. And if Will Barton didn't play the way he did tonight, I feel like the Nuggets would have lost this game.
It's true. There's still like that, and then there's like the game is like in its most important moments. Of course, Will Barton misses a 3-pointer. Of course, it's like the stuff where it's like, God damn it,
That stuff doesn't bother me. The only
it doesn't
if I
bother you,
wanted
but
to,
like you want it. Like he's like a between the 20s football player.
But here's the thing: he was driving to the rim today on some of these like contested drives and finishing them, and I just don't. That's one of the things that I don't have a ton of confidence in him. Over the last little bit. So the fact that he did it tonight was like very encouraging to me. The defense is the part that scares me. And before we get to the bad stuff, I don't want to talk about bad stuff.
Why are we talking about old stuff, bro?
Some good stuff, some more good stuff going. Aaron Gordon tonight, as I prefaced, plus 24, a game high. He had 20 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist. And the thing is, 2 of 3 from the 3-pointer. That's not going to happen every night, but he hit him tonight. But he just was going to the he was just going to the rim.
We just got I love you, Adam, coming up.
Dude,
Hold on, bro. I don't want you to tell it. I want to tell it.
All right, you go ahead and tell it.
There was a Adam Morris. They were doing that in the crowd today.
I'm so glad I wasn't there for
pissed.
that. I'm so
I
glad
was
I wasn't there for
livid.
that.
Here, you got to go to the wide shot for this. You got to go to the wide shot. Here, get a zoom in now. Get a close up. Get a close up. There it is.
Get me out of me out of this shot.
Hey, they were showing Adam
me out of
love,
this
like
shot.
really for the entire game. I had never seen anything like it.
It's incredible.
It was as if I was not there.
Oh man.
Yeah, way to block him.
If and only if. Oh, thank God. Thank you out here. I appreciate that. It's only Adam on screen now.
Thank you very much.
This is
Very
fun.
close
Oh,
up. My
God.
God, it's so gorgeous. No, it was incredible. No, Gordon tonight, what do you make of his performance? I mean, honestly, I feel like Jokic is always, he's been great so many times. He is the story, Jokic is, but Gordon tonight, I'm just encouraged, man.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, Gordon to me is, like, he's still getting better. Like, it's clear he's, like, working back from something because he's not nearly as impactful as he was, like, an early stretch of the year when it was very clear that he was the Nuggets' second best player with a pretty wide gap after that. We're not there with him still. So he's, like, he's getting there. We just need him to, like, get there, man. Like, it's, but every game his dunks are angrier and angrier, which I do appreciate.
I do appreciate that too. The Nuggets need some angry dunks are just worth so much.
They
should be like there should be somebody that sits courtside that judges how angry a dunk was and it gets an extra point.
Yeah,
like a ref that's like,
I think so too.
Yeah,
I think
but
so
then
too.
Zion would average 60.
that's so true. He would average 60.
So much. So like we've seen things start to come back from Aaron Gordon. The scoring was gone for a while. It's starting to come back. The rebounding was non-existent. It's starting to come back. Maybe the defense will come back pretty soon.
Oh.
Like that's what my hope is. Because he's doing everything else right now. 20 points, 9 rebounds in the game. He almost had a double-double. Like that's a productive game. He was a plus 24 in the game. When he was on the court, positive things happened. When he was on the court, the Nuggets were winning, and that's just because he knows where to be. He knows all the things to do on the court, and like very, very impactful. So as soon as that defense comes, there's not going to be many things that you can say about Aaron Gordon, and we're going to be back to being happy, being positive about the type of player he is. Because if he has a game like that when Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray are there, we're going to say that it's one of the best games we've seen. We're going to be so excited. It's going to be incredible.
This is incredible. This is the most distracted podcast of all time. I'm so glad Dev was able to ISO for that long. Like our heads are on a swivel.
I've seen it. Everybody's looking
up,
around,
like
just trying.
and like throughout the game, we're slapping high fives. Adam's getting like pumped up by the crowd, which I'm just learning about.
Yeah, that part
right
you didn't
now.
really care for that much.
I just am learning about it now. I am.
Oh, you didn't hear it across the arena?
It
It was a very loud chant.
Yeah, it was an actual chant.
It was very loud. I think the players heard it.
Oh wow, that explains why the game got so close heading down to the end. They were also off their games hearing about that nonsense. But tonight's game, really, for me, at the end of the day, what I will be left with from this game is that the community that DNVR is and has cultivated, and that all of you are a part of, is so strong. It is so real. And it just makes what we do like so rewarding. But more than anything else, brings joy to a large number of people, and it helps you to understand like
Totally.
what Jokic is, like what this team is, and like so easily this storyline of like this incredible squad could be swept under the rug because no one can watch them. And I'm just like every person that I met tonight, I've met most people more than once. You start to see the same faces coming back, and it's just such a genuine feeling of like people connecting on something that's larger than even the game of basketball. So, you know, like the Nuggets really eked out a game that if I was watching it very intently, I think I would be angry and like kind of embarrassed by. There's absolutely no way it should have been that close. That squad that the Thunder rolled out will not, none of those players will be on the team next year, maybe Poku. But it doesn't matter. Like the vibes are what are stand high and above absolutely everything else. And it makes me so happy that I've given my time and my life to this, man.
Speaking of Poku, Demarcus Cousins had an interesting game tonight. Just 2 of 4. He did grab 8 rebounds, and he had 7 points. He was a game worst minus 13. He had Poku on him down the stretch, like in the end of fourth quarter. And I'm like, dunk that man through the basket.
Yep.
Poku is maybe one of the weakest players in all the NBA. Like, I like his game.
He looks like
stuff.
Gumby.
He just needs to, like, he needs some muscle, and he doesn't have it. And Boogie kept getting him, like, pinned, and then would be like, I'm not going to. Like, dude, just go try to dunk it every time. He's going to foul you.
Yeah.
I was so. Boogie, I thought, had a weird game tonight because I thought he should have dominated.
He did have that one
more.
angry dunk.
Yeah, he did have one angry one.
He was flexing afterwards. I was like, fuck yeah.
Should've done that
Yeah,
every
but
time.
there should be more of that.
You're right. You're
with
right.
Boogie, especially against those type of people. So like, there's always like the security guard and stuff that you bring, or like the big guy that you're like, hey, I'm gonna get this guy on
Yep.
you. And Boogie's that guy for them. And then
Yep.
you go against a guy like Poku. You can look at Poku and say, oh, this is a mismatch. He's about to get destroyed, and he holds his own, and you're like, come on, what's really happening here?
Yep.
Like, the rebounding is good, and also he does that. Like he's going to get rebounds. He's the biggest player out there, and things like that. But you still want him to be a lot more aggressive. You still want him to be powering through, or at least getting to the free throw line, which we've seen, before now. Because you're going to need him in these type of situations where he has those mismatches. So, just want him to create more mismatches and actually take advantage of that. This is a time you could use your muscle. This is a time that you can, you have the ability to overpower. Use it. Use it to the best of your ability.
Yup.
You're right. This is the most distracting show.
Adam,
it probably isn't going to last
Adam
long.
is
I got
like
too much.
a golden retriever walking by a tree full of squirrels, or like a small child that's like been left around a large amount of candy. And he can't stop turning his head.
Vogt's supposed to. Our guest is here, but Vogt has not picked him up yet. So I'm trying to.
Oh goddamn! Our guest is here.
Our guest is here.
Here might want to stop.
Yeah.
He might want to go get him. We could just overtalk that. We have a guest, you guys. We have a guest, and it is.
Keep a lookout for our guest. I think they're trying to come. They're trying to come upstairs, but no. Vogt was supposed to find him.
Is there anyone less valuable than Vogt? So what about our first break? What do you think about that?
We don't have a commercial that we need for today.
All right.
Like,
Well, let's let the madness begin then. Like let it begin.
So yeah, keep kind of going through all of this. Trying to get through all of this. You see what I got in the mail today, guys?
Yep.
I actually saw this one at the arena quite a bit. It was a very popular one.
Yep.
Do you want to hop in, or you want to hop in? Yeah, come hop on. All right. Hell yeah.
This isn't the full guest. This full secret
This
guest.
is
but
one of our guests.
This is one of our guests.
Hey, crashing the party here.
Yeah. What's
I feel like I haven't seen you in like 2 years. I've talked to you, but I feel like I haven't seen
man.
you.
Looking good.
So if anybody doesn't know, what is your actual title? I'm going to screw this up. Assistant General Manager, Assistant GM Tommy Balchettis here. So
Tommy Bracelet's in the house.
Tommy Bracelets is on.
I remember that. That was a good time.
Finally.
Well, first of all, thanks for stopping by the bar.
The bar is beautiful, man. Yeah.
It's popping too. Like
Crazy couple of years, and kids and everything. I just never had a chance, and finally I'm here.
Finally, you're
Unbelievable.
here
We go to the Nuggets game all the time.
You guys do?
So we go there, but you never come here. That's just the first
Just a
time.
one-sided relationship we're
Can I
picking
bring
up
my
on.
3-year-old and a 1-year-old?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Man, I'll tell you what. We've had some. We've actually had it like this, where there's a baby with earmuffs on, and I'm always
Really?
like, interesting.
Yeah, Fast and the Furious
There
movie.
you
Fast and
go.
the Furious movie.
That is pretty crazy, but so yeah, he's on the show.
It's on the show.
We're just talking about the game. So just what stood out to you? Anything stood out to you tonight about this one? Any player in particular?
Hey, man. I mean, they play us tough.
They do.
They those guys play hard. It's kind of funny. Like, Coach Malone right after the game was like, I'm glad we don't have to play those guys anymore.
I know, yeah.
No, it's, they play free. There's a lot of, and they have like really great young talent too.
Yeah.
And our guys are noticeably tired, after a grueling season. So it is what it is. I'm just happy we got the W. But honestly, there's so many times in the game you're like, oh my God, man, those guys are just going to out free us. That's how
it's so true. It's so true. Out free us is such a good way.
My job on this podcast is I out free Adam. Adam needs and Dev need to maintain a monicum of professionalism, and I'm not bound by these rules. I out free them.
Guys, man. It's a lot of fun.
I out free them. You know this. Ed.
Absolutely.
Is there any part of you that misses that phase? Because it is a free phase. It's like, hey, we got some young guys. We just want to take a look. Now we're sweating through every game. We're looking at the standings. True. Is there any part that misses that phase?
A little more pressure, a little more, more expectations and everything. I miss it and I don't miss it. Before it's all right, is that guy going to be good? Is that guy going to be good? There's excitement to it, when you're kind of building a team. But it's also kind of fun to be on the winning side of things and expect something.
Yeah.
But it really kind of depends on where the team is in the trajectory. But we're happy where we are now.
Is this year now 9 years? You've been
this
ninth year.
I think it's 9th year. Yeah.
So does it feel like fast or does it felt like slow? I mean, so many different phases of the Nuggets over that time.
Depends on the year.
Yeah, right? for sure.
No, it's been it does seem fast. It seems fast. We obviously remember basically everything that happened 6 years ago, 7 years ago. It's like, it's really been 7 years. It's crazy when you think about it. But it also went by pretty fast.
What is something about this year that you just feel is a little bit different than the other years?
Not having two starters.
Yeah, that's not fun. I noticed that same thing.
We talk about that
ad nauseum. Like maybe a little too much. We talk about it.
Yeah. Just can't wait for those guys to come back at some point. They're itching to play, and we're all itching to see them. Of course, that's probably the biggest thing that and obviously Nikola being the MVP, year two, even more of an MVP this year than he was last year, which is crazy. But that's probably what sticks out the most.
I'm actually really curious about this. Building off of what Adam was talking about, it seems short and it seems long. Like, obviously you've been there for 9 years, so you have been able to be part of like long-term vision, long-term plans for this team. Like,
sure.
What is that kind of like, and how often do you find yourself having to pivot off of a long-term plan because something didn't work, and how often do you feel like you're able to just keep with it?
Yeah, no, we stuck with most of our guys throughout, through thick and thin, which is kind of our MO. We believe in certain guys. We obviously had a lot of great offers for some of the young guys that we had before they became what they became. But I think again our MO was like, hey, we believe in the players that we have, we believe in the chemistry we're building, and it kind of goes beyond just the players. Obviously, the coaching staff, a long tenured coaching staff, front office as well. So we kind of stuck by our guys, because we believe in the development plans that we have for them. We also believe in their skill set, and we're slower on just kind of jumping the gun and trying to let's compete this year. We had a few chances to do it, and we didn't do it, and it seems like it's all for the better, but doesn't quite mean anything until we actually win.
Of course.
Right, of course. Getting back to just this season, what are some of the things like? What's been the most fun? This has been such to me from like a fan perspective, even from an analyst perspective. This season has felt a little bit like purgatory. It's been stressful, especially down the stretch, because you're just like
purgatory.
I don't even know what I'm stressed about, but I'm just stressed on a day-by-day basis.
This is the short term versus the long term.
World.
Yeah, but I imagine it's like 100-fold. But what is what have been some of your favorite parts of this year? Would you say?
Yeah. Emergence of certain guys. Bones has been fun. Of course. That's been one of the most fun things. And, who knows what happens? If Mike and Jamal are playing and everybody's healthy. But he's been. I would probably venture to guess he probably would do something similar anyway.
Right.
That's been great. Seeing kind of Aaron getting into the groove as a player. He's been asked to do so much on both ends every game, which is really difficult. But him kind of gelling with Nikola and doing all those things, and obviously Nikola doing Nikola things, which is you always think like, hey, maybe this year is going to be a little slower. It just isn't. You can keep
There's no
back
such thing.
to it. Yeah, so there's excitement behind the fact that, hey, once those guys are back, we just keep saying once those guys are back, but I mean, there's excitement to the fact that, hey, we're a very good team, almost on pace to be 50. I don't know if we're going to hit 50, but I mean, to be able to win somewhere close to 50 games,
insane.
Without and it's not even just Jamal and Mike. I mean, so many guys missed games throughout the year as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that is a positive thing and not something that we expected.
So I noticed that you didn't mention seeing us in Summer League as one of the top. Seeing us at Summer League, is that because you're nervous being on the show?
When we asked you the best parts of the year, you didn't mention seeing us
at Summer League.
DNVR. You guys,
is it because you're nervous on the show?
It's because I'm extremely nervous. You guys make me nervous because you guys are so uptight all the time.
Man.
That's what I was trying to tell them. I say, Harrison, stop being professional.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel around you guys because I mean, you guys, bring out the worst in me.
I don't know. Have you ever had Ball Arena chant your name?
Oh my God!
Because I may have had
Adam
Ball
Myers.
Arena.
Is that actually happening?
It was a chant that may or may not have happened today.
Yeah, here. Do we have to post this to YouTube? Can we
Yes. Well, I know why. Well, you guys had like a whole section.
We had the whole section going, man. Yeah. So.
We spread our vibes far and wide, all over Ball Arena.
I never had that happen to me, so that is amazing.
Tommy Bracelet.
I need new friends. I need new family members. I need new friends. I need a new crew.
It's called charisma, Dev. You ever heard of it?
No.
Ever heard? Yeah, exactly. Apparently not. No, right? That's amazing.
I once dated a girl named Charisma.
Is this a true story?
No.
That's too quick.
Probably not for this podcast.
We don't talk about that.
Tommy, so where's Jokic gotten better this year? Because I think he's meaningfully better, but sometimes I can't pinpoint exactly how. I think
maturity,
really,
emotions. I really do think so. I mean, he's a passionate guy. As many, and not the stereotype, but I mean, certain players for certain countries and certain areas are just a little, a tad more.
They take pride in it. Are you kidding?
Yeah. But I feel like he has turned himself into somebody who understands his importance for the team.
Yeah.
So when he's out there, I mean, he will still probably talk to certain refs, but I feel like he already made a great impression on some of them. He, I think, made a point of actually befriending some of the refs as well. Whether it was
really,
yeah, we've been seeing that.
Yeah, we actually have.
So we've talked about it.
Billy Kennedy, man.
You got it? No, really. I mean, all of a sudden, he's talking, he's joking around with them and everything, and they're giving him a little more respect. And at the same time, I think he's giving the respect back. But all of a sudden, he understands that, hey, he can't get tossed. Did he get tossed this year? No, I actually forget.
No.
I don't think maybe one time.
Well, he was suspended.
When he got suspended, I think. Yeah.
That game was like 10 seconds left in the game.
Well, you asked the question. That's
all right.
No, that's fair enough. So, and I don't know how many times he got tossed, in previous years. But that's I think that the emotional maturity and him just understanding, hey, I got to be there for my team. That really has changed for the better.
Let me ask you this one, and then I can let you get. I appreciate you hopping on here and taking this.
Yeah, we came in to to have a beer with you guys.
And I'm like, you're on the show, just like to sabotage you. This is our vibe song. This is like the theme song of the year.
This is what happens when good things happen. You pointed at the guy. You knew who it was. See, he's in on it.
Oh man.
I was gonna ask you, are you a Coloradan? Like, what percentage of you do you? Because you've been here 9 years now, so it's a long time.
So yeah, so 9 out of 36, whatever that is. So it's a quarter, right?
How much green chili have you eaten?
I've had green chili.
Okay,
on a burger though. I've had that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Do you know about the Denver Broncos?
Do I know about them?
Yeah.
I do know about
my man's native. My man's a native.
No, it's just, I absolutely love this place, man.
Yeah.
It couldn't be more different from where I'm from Lithuania. It couldn't be more different. I mean, we have mountains here and we have plains in Lithuania. But I mean, honestly, it definitely is home away from home, and all my family loves it when they fly out here. So yeah, Colorado is amazing.
That's awesome, man. That was the easiest softball I could ask you, just like Colorado. I got to ask you, do you like dogs too?
Well, I wish I had a dog, but
God.
2 kids, man, it's so difficult.
Just say yes.
So since we're talking about this, is a good one because they don't. Do you ever see hot air balloons?
In Lithuania, I do, not here.
That's what I'm saying. I'm glad. Everybody sees them but me.
Dev originally, when we brought up hot air balloons, thought they weren't real.
This is
absurd.
UFO or
birds real?
something.
Is that that's a thing, right? Are birds real?
Are birds
I don't know. That's a
I've
whole
never touched
discourse.
one. I've never touched a bird.
Never touched one.
We take pictures of them. I don't know if it's real, but I know hot air balloons is not a real thing.
This is the worst part of any podcast.
They only come out
I've
at
ever heard of.
at festivals.
I almost actually went on one, so they are real. I've
You
seen
think
it.
could you guys
But you
talk
didn't.
about this later?
I don't think I would go on one.
Yeah, I know I wouldn't go on one.
Balloon Boy
sucks.
like really ruined me. You remember Balloon Boy with the little kid? Went
Yes,
up
I
in the
remember
balloon?
that.
Yeah,
But it was all a
terrifying.
hoax, so it really didn't matter. That's how I knew that hot air balloons are fake. Because everybody's almost about to go on one, but then all of a sudden they're never on it. That's what
Wow.
I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I think they're calling me. I think it's time to go.
Tommy, thanks so much, brother. We appreciate it, buddy.
Oh, hey,
that
thank you
was
for having
fun.
me. Yeah,
Tommy
this is a
Tommy
cool
Bracelet.
We'll
one,
have
too.
some beers here in just a hot minute.
Alrighty.
Getting back to the game. So, where has the front office made the most mistakes this year in your guys'? Just kidding. I don't really know how we can wrap up this show, to be honest, because it's ad free. It's an extra edition of the show here. Do you want to try to pull on some of the other people? Darko. They're having conversations here.
Yeah. What about like?
You want to hop in real
All right,
quick?
let's go,
Give
let's
perspective on. Zarko got to meet some Serbians today.
Oh, Zarko has fashioned his Serbian flag into a colorful
like a little
neckerchief.
Yugoslavian communist now. They wear like this. This is how they wear their flags. the
Oh,
red
okay.
ones.
So this has gotten more controversial
I
than
didn't
we hoped
mean
it was.
to. I didn't mean to, but it was just hard where to put it. You know?
We thought it'd be fun, but that's fine.
Zarko, what did you think of the takeover today?
I love the atmosphere. I love the fun. The game.
I love
it was
that fun,
good
too.
until it wasn't, and then it became good again.
Yeah, the ending was always good, of course. And how do you evaluate Jokic tonight? I thought he was incredible.
He did whatever he wanted. He could do a little bit more, but he still did enough.
I like that is a good way to put it. Jokic did whatever he
Yeah.
wanted. He didn't quite want everything. He
He's
could
not
have
a-
actually had everything.
Jokic
He
is
just
not
didn't
a
want it.
greedy man.
He's not greedy. He just knows exactly how much.
That's
he
the
needs.
thing. I was talking with somebody next to me, and it was like he could just literally spin him, but no, he waited a double
Yeah.
to pass instead
Yeah.
of just spinning. He could just take him under, but no, he
Was
waited.
Was that your first Nuggets game in person?
No, I watched one in Chicago.
So-
that was the first one.
So I'm glad. So what was the difference? Was going as a party bus and not going? Like, what was the difference in just like the whole atmosphere?
This is just amazing. It just feels. I was trying the whole time to cheer and teach on other people some other stuff, but slowly they were like, "You did this in English, and I do this on Serbian." but some of them are picking up slowly. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. What else we got here?
I don't know. I mean,
This
there's
show, you have to understand that this game, very casually watched. A lot of things
Yes.
going on.
exquisitely casually watched.
Yeah.
You know what? I watched that game so casually that I think Devin Booker is the MVP.
I actually, as soon as I arrived to my seat, behind me was some friend from Croatia that I actually heard that they're here like 3 days ago, and I'm coming there yelling my name. I was like, what? I didn't even know they're going to be on the game, and then I turned around, it was really, really
So that
cool.
means that they're
I
just
really
coming
loved
from
it.
everywhere. People are coming from everywhere to watch the Nuggets. That's pretty
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
And I
I
loved
do
it.
love it. It was an eclectic group. I think we have somebody here from Ecuador, but I'm not sure. I don't know if you met him.
Ecuador?
I'm hoping to meet him. Yeah, somebody from Ecuador. I flew all the way in from
I know
Ecuador.
Ray's here, Molly's here,
Yeah,
all the
we
kings
have
of the
Molly's-
chats are
all
here.
of the ultra mega homies are arrived.
Yes.
They're all here. They're all in one
Yeah.
place. We've created a vibes vortex. It's difficult to stand up against, but I'm doing my best. I'm keeping a brave face.
Are you sure?
Just a face.
Almost.
Unbelievable, guys. Yeah, we. I don't even know what to say. There's a lot of traffic being directed. It's unclear what's happening here on the show.
Have you ever been to Red Star or Partisan game?
Fortunately not.
Fortunately not?
Unfortunately.
Oh, unfortunately.
Yeah, I really wanted to, but I
What
didn't
is your
have-
team? Which one?
Partizan.
Really?
Partizan is mine, yes.
Describe to me what it means to be Partisan, what it means to be Red Star. Is there a difference or not really?
Well, I think it comes a lot with the family. So you're raised and your family cheers for this team, and then there is a lot of discrepancies where you have a parent cheering for one team and then the kid for the other one.
Oh boy.
But it usually comes with the family, and it stays in the family.
Oh man.
And like you listen those songs since you're a kid, you know,
Yeah.
until it engraves in your brain fully, so you know all of them.
That's gonna be-
But I wish I had a chance to go on games. I have friends they were regular on the games, but
It's going to be a whole
in that
generation
times
of
I was
Nuggets
not that
fans.
close to Belgrade. So it was not that easy to go all the time.
A whole generation of Nuggets fans are going to have peaches burned into their brains, knowing that is.
Yes, we need to make up some songs for Nuggets, guys.
We do need to make up some songs.
We need to make some chants and proper songs.
What about? I've been thinking about this. Nuggets number one. Oh my God!
Nuggets number one.
I got.
You're such a song.
You're gonna keep thinking of it.
Wow.
So literally, what they do.
I got nervous. I have notes. I'll bring it up later.
So literally, what they do, they take existing song, they just put the words to make better for the night or for that team that you're cheering for. So we just need to think hard.
We'll do it.
And shape the songs.
Listen, we'll do it. Any chant writers out there, hit us up. We're sliding the DMs.
We'll try. You want to call anybody else?
All right.
Let's hit our super chats here. This will be a shorter show, as I mentioned. We're gonna hit some super. We only have the one. All right, we'll get out of here quick here.
Super chat.
Aaron Gordon, 113 dunks. Jeff Green, 68 dunks. JaMychal Green, 54 dunks. Have all set a new career high for dunks in a season this year. How neat is that? It's very neat. I didn't know that was a real stat. That's a real stat.
I wonder why that is. Why do you think that those guys were able to get easy baskets that they convert
Actually,
at the
I have
rim?
an important update. I had a dunk the other day.
What?
As well,
This show is terrible.
I honest to God had not dunked for 2 or 3 years, and I was feeling good, and I went for it. I got one.
Yeah.
So I can still do it.
Come on.
He done?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Of course.
Darko, you just got kicked out.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry,
Okay,
you got kicked
the special guest, the feast de resistance, as Adam would say.
Tim, I wasn't gonna force you to do it.
Let's get a clap going. Let's get a
let's
clap.
get a clap
Let's get a clap going, baby. Let's get a clap going. Let's go.
The man is a cult hero, and also just a regular hero.
Yeah, also like a superhero.
The president of basketball operations, obviously for your Denver Nuggets, it's Tim Connelly. You got to pull it real tight. I feel like
You're
Tim,
on
these
like
are-
late night TV right now.
and it's kind of what it
Morton
is.
Downey Jr. I like this.
Oh, well, we have some jokes.
This place is good for this place is very good for my ego. I like it. First time been recognized as Denver in my life. This is cool.
That's hilarious.
This is really neat. Thanks
Honestly,
for having
do you get recognized? Do you ever like go to the store and?
No.
When you do get recognized, like does
All
that
right.
like, make you feel like those are diehards? Or
He just said he doesn't get
I
recognized.
usually think it's nothing
gets
to do with
recognized
the Nuggets. It's like, do I owe you money? Is it a Baltimore guy? It happened one time early. I was so excited. The FedEx guy recognized me, and I invited him in for a beer. And my wife was like, "Yo, what are you doing? You don't even know this guy." I'm like, "Oh, he knows me."
You guys are watching like The Notebook and all type of stuff at that point. They're like, no, this is my bro. At
This is my favorite part. You're gonna love this part.
This is super neat. You guys,
They don't make love like this anymore.
This is your first time in the bar, right? Or
No, I've
actually,
been
that's
here,
not
but I've
true.
never seen this. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
You know?
the whole setup and then
All these paid extras.
except you didn't know it was a live audience like this.
No, really cool.
We also didn't know it was a live audience, if that helps you.
You got damn, it feels good to be a gangster on the back. You guys are crushing right now.
I'd love to hear anybody tell me otherwise. It does feel good to be a gangster,
This is
does it
really
not,
cool.
Tim Connelly?
Does this feel a little bit like almost like a frat house or something? Like you've like gone back to college? It's kind of how it feels sometimes.
You
to
guys
me.
are way cooler than
well, for sure.
the frat house.
Thank you.
I think so too.
Well, I'm 40.
It's more like
so-
a coffee house. Right?
Well, that took a real turn at the end.
Pinky's up.
I asked Tommy this. I'm gonna ask you the same question. Jokic has just been so good this year. Like, where do you feel like he's gotten better from last year? Like, where's the area of improvement?
He gets better each and every year. I think coach staff does a great job challenging him, not allowing him to stagnate. He cares so much about competition. He cares so much about being a good teammate. Obviously, every year his body's gotten better and better. Felipe is unbelievable. He's the best in the league. It's hard to pinpoint one thing, but you can see subtle additions each and every offseason, and it's unbelievable how good he is.
I feel like he catches it on the move a little bit more this year. I mean, he started doing that over the llast couple, but it's like a new. It's not even a new skill. It's just a new way to use him.
Coach has done a great job trying to be more creative. Getting him on the move, making bigs guards actions that they generally don't guard. You don't see a lot of fives curling the shots.
Yeah.
Don't see a lot of five slip screens and catch the ball on the move. So, he's awesome. And the coaching staff has done a great job maximizing his amazing talent.
Can you talk about the type of competitor that Jokic is?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the most competitive guys I've ever met. He is He dumbs it down with the all shucks, but whether you're playing, even the bubble, we played these stupid games in the pool where you kind of keep away. We 3 guys or 4 guys with the ball, keep away, and it quickly became really competitive. I'm like, this is just the dumbest game I've ever seen in my life. But after 83 days, it was awesome. He came to my house not too long. We had dinner, and he was 5 at the time, just messing around on a hoop, and he's quasi-competitive with my 5-year-old. Like, it's all good.
Dude, no one could take an L like that. Yeah. So I have a question.
Do you know Eric, by the way? Do you know I know you kind of loosely know the show.
Well, that's going to be hard for me to recover from now, knowing that Tim Connelly knows who I am. I have a question for you, because your super talent, your superhero skill on this earth is finding talent in the draft at every level. We've seen this over and over and over. And I'm just curious, tell us about the process of scouting and drafting Bones Hyland this year.
It's the staff. It's all them. I'm a moron, and they help me avoid major mistakes. Mostly, I made a lot of dumb ones, but they didn't help me avoid it. No, Bones is kind of our type of guy. He doesn't take himself too seriously. He's an unbelievably good person, and he hoops.
He's a hooper.
Nice. Adam and I talk about it. I think you can get a little too dogmatic or granular looking at players. Still got to be pretty good at basketball, and Bones is good at basketball. I think he's just scratching the surface. What you see is really who he is. He's a fantastic person. His mom's an absolute sweetheart. He's overcome so much. This last couple of days was especially emotional. He went through a really tough time 4 years ago. Came from a great program. VCU is a program we know well. We're pretty familiar with. But it's luck. You cross your fingers, you try to identify a person, and then hopefully the person and skill allow them to be good enough. But there's no magic formula. You don't know how they're going to react to the NBA. You don't know how the environment will dictate their ability to be successful. And anyone that tells you it isn't luck, then they're not being honest.
Right. So you're the luckiest person on earth?
He's the luckiest person.
If there one more draft year, I would have been the luckiest draft. There's one. I wish I was lucky that year. Then I would say yes.
I've been to a Vegas table with you. You might be the luckiest one.
We were playing war, though, dude.
It happens. It happens.
And when you said I was going to a Vegas, I'm like, where are we going with that?
So there was an argument last year, and it was basketball players versus hoopers.
I love this.
Yeah.
I think it's really big for you personally, and I want to know where you play into this, because you have that. You've been the one that makes those decisions. Are you a basketball mind, or are you a hooper mind when you go and watch? I think you're recruiting. Sorry,
I'm certainly most drawn to guys just hoop. You've got we have great arguments amongst our staff about players nonstop. We have these WhatsApp where we call each other names, and you're a moron. This guy's great. I love it, but I do think. There has been moments in the last 5 or 6 years where the NBA has gotten so smart, where the first thing you say is he can really guard pick and roll. That's the first thing you say. I'm like, cool, man. Great. That's important, obviously, and that's one skill set you look for. But it's the NBA. You should be so good. You should be able to walk into a gym. The guy should grab you to some degree. And you appreciate hoopers. Oftentimes are guys who are most self-motivated and just love to play. Bones would play, if we called him right now, the rec center in the next corner, said they're balling night, all right, cool, I'm there. But you have to see all types and add all types, but as a fan, I appreciate guys who are just obsessed.
Nuggets, I'm just talking general NBA, love basketball the way you're talking about.
Jeez, I don't know. It's a great question. I don't know.
Is it half? Is it more than half?
I would say half's probably a pretty big number.
Really?
I think I don't know. I don't want to be critical. I think guys love different aspects of the game.
Sure.
But the guys who
the money.
It's 12 o'clock on a Thursday night in Miami and they want to hoop. I think it's a fairly small minority.
Honestly, I think I'm that guy, though. And that's part of why this is the perfect job for me, is I get to think of it, because when I have idle time, I like to talk or think or
No,
research basketball, you know. Or
no, you
play
guys say
basketball.
stuff to me sometimes. I'm like, I had no idea. Your 1.67 points per possession when we're like, no clue.
Yeah. Useless info.
Now, this place is the definition of hoopers. I mean, look around.
Yeah. We are the hoopers of media for sure.
So
dude, we
you
hoop it up
know
big time.
Jokic on a level that none of us know him on. I think a lot of the narrative is that he does not care about a lot of things. What does Jokic care about?
His family, his friends, his team, and his horses. No, he's a great person from a great family, and I think he's self-aware enough to know how fleeting this life is and how unreal this life is. Where he's not obsessed with fame. He's obsessed with success, and success is defined by a happy family life. It's by having teammates that trust and believe in you. He does not like the trappings of the NBA, as evidenced by his lack of social media. The guy turns down more marketing dollars you could imagine. I just think he's a really, really neat guy who has a very simple approach to life, and he wants to keep things simple.
Yeah. Let me get you some fun questions here, though. Just
About time. Golly, it's Saturday night at
What
a
do you
bar.
think
got
about
some heavy
cotton
stuff for you.
candy?
What
So
Do you wanna make
politics
a
next?
sign
What are we
with
doing?
politics? Yeah, we're going right in. No, I asked Tommy this. You've been here now 9 years. Are you a Coloradan?
Yeah, I mean,
You're a Baltimore guy,
Yo.
first and foremost. I'm not trying to take that
that
from
was
you.
a little tentative. I didn't like how he
No,
Because he's
no.
a Baltimore guy. I mean,
All right, listen.
Baltimore's in the blood.
Now listen, we played the Wizards recently, and my dad sent me an article. He circled where someone wrote an article that DC native, and it was like circled it, creepy circle text. I'm like it was my fault.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Better call that guy and tell him you're from Baltimore. Like, all right, first
They're
call.
like,
make
we're
it.
running a retraction.
Yeah, I'll call Singer right now. 12:36. No, I love Denver. It's both our kids have been born here.
Yeah.
Really, I haven't been to Colfax in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great, but I haven't. Like Squire Lounge is packed right now. They used to have like
Yeah.
Wu-Tang Wednesdays,
Yeah.
I think. Squire
Wu-Tang
Lounge.
Wednesdays.
So I'm super proud to be part of the community. It's awesome.
Have you
Great
skied?
people. I've never skied here.
Never skied?
Skied one time in my life in Pennsylvania. I was like 23 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And every year I'm going to say I'm going to ski and ski and ski. Every year I'm like, I don't do it.
Here's the thing about skiing is that it's the greatest thing on earth you can ever do, but you have to do it your whole life.
Yeah.
Or it's just a way to spend a lot of money and get bruised.
I was going to do it this year and have lessons for all of us, and then I went to see a game instead.
Yeah.
Yo, it hurts so much to fall when
Yeah.
you're an adult.
So is it better to snowboard or ski?
So it's better to start skiing, and then I transitioned into snowboarding when I was older. But skiing allows you to be more technical and gets you in the mode. Like skiing is an angrier way to go down the mountain. You're facing forward and you're like attacking it. Snowboarding is like a more soulful way to go down the mountain. It's sort of a hooper versus basketball.
So dumb.
This is the one time I went skiing, true story. I don't think I'm embellishing. It's been 20 plus years. I was skiing and I dislocated I was going down a kiddie slope. Yeah. Took a wrong turn, went down I don't know, whatever it is. I mean, it's Ski Liberty in Pennsylvania, so elevation 550. It wasn't some rockstar mountain. Dislocated my shoulder.
Ouch.
And it was night skiing. Crawled to the ski lifts. Literally crawled and got back to the buddies I was with. Like, let's go back down. Look at it. And you'll see me tomorrow. I'm going back to Lodge, and I'm done with it.
I have an important question. I'm sorry. Can I see the one thing everybody asks this all the time? We want to know. Have you seen a hot air balloon in Colorado?
Hot air balloon?
In the sky. In Colorado, have you seen a hot air balloon?
Never.
God damn it.
Never.
Sucks.
I see one like Pimlico. I grew up at Pimlico Racecourse. They have a big hot air balloon before the race.
I got hot air balloons all the time.
New Mexico.
Have you seen one ever?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. That's
I've
all I
seen them
needed.
too in books.
That's all I needed.
Yeah.
Books and stuff like that.
We got a super chat. Haley says, Tim Connelly, we trust. Thanks for bringing so much joy to us all. We love this team and especially love the family vibe you foster. Edamo Nuggets. Do you know this? Edamo Nuggets?
I'm sorry?
Do you know Edamo Nuggets?
Idemo, like the Serbian.
That's exactly
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce that? Idemo?
Yeah, but that was a super chat for you. This person loves you.
Yeah, it's probably like my cousin or something.
Nope.
Somebody
She's
paid
one of
us $5 because they love you. That's
Oh, yeah,
what
and look at
that's
this
what I
one.
love.
Look at this
Pay
one.
me next time, please.
What else we got?
Look at this one where Brandon Spano has spent the company money to pay the company.
Say, who is this guy? Yeah.
Who is this guy?
All right.
Thanks
so
for the super chat, Brandon.
you've had green chili then, I assume? I'm just trying to see how Colorado you are.
Yeah, we got to
Love
know.
green chili.
Love
I'm super
My guy,
Denver.
dude.
You're super Denver?
You can't get past many bars or restaurants in Denver on me.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'll put my Denver bar and restaurant
Really?
knowledge against anyone.
Well, I bow out because I'm not going to be able to compete there.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
I think it's a great thing.
me and my wife are pretty knowledgeable of every nook and cranny of the city.
But it's all Denver stuff. I got to get you more Colorado. Have you ever fly fished?
No.
Would you fly fish?
Yeah, it sounds kind of boring. I guess I'd do it.
I'm from Colorado. Hold on. So people
That's a Colorado thing.
People who are from Colorado, people who move to Colorado are like, oh, the mountains. I go hiking. I go biking. I'm from Colorado. The mountains were a place you went to burn stuff. Like prying eyes would not
Like
follow
bodies
you.
or
I mean, like, Tim, this is being recorded.
Always tells them himself.
Let's just say
there's no
things.
statute of limitations for murder, man.
Like if you were like, man, what am I going to do with this tire? You're like, oh, let's go to the mountains.
I went hiking. My first time I went hiking, I had no idea what hiking was, and I was with Jared Jeffries. We were Aspen, and let's hike Aspen Mountain. It was summer. Like, yeah, cool. Can't be hard, right? Had hooping shorts on, hooping sneakers, t-shirt, and a plum. He showed up with a backpack, and he goes, "No, this is gonna be a hard hike." I said, "It can't be that hard." 3.5 hours. Thank God for the backpack, the goldfish in the water, and we were told there was a bar at the top of the mountain. It was just like a cafeteria.
There's a bar on the top of the mountain?
It was a cafeteria. We
It's
got there
like a ski resort.
and
Oh,
ordered
okay.
like 6 beers.
Nice.
And we felt like we had accomplished something really special.
hell yeah. Did you get some gorp?
No, what is that?
Trail mix?
Oh, some trail mix. Didn't this happen to Yoke his rookie year or before his rookie year? He went on a hike, didn't pack any water, anything, got lost. I think I heard this story. Have you not heard this one?
It sounds reasonable.
Yeah,
I
that
think he was
sounds
like doing
reasonable.
the incline, and it was like he was so long. He's like, let's take a shortcut, and it ended up being a long cut.
Dude, if you're ever going to go hiking and you think to yourself, let's take a shortcut.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's the start of every bad story
So
involving
true.
hiking.
It's like that.
We have got more super chats.
All right, a couple
Three
more super chats here. Alex says, "Can we get Tim as the first guest on
Yes.
Bones Appetit?"
Yes.
Ooh, I like this one.
Tim, I'll handle this for Tim. Yes.
So you don't know this. Bones, he insulted the entire city of Denver, saying that there's no good food in the entire city.
Oh, it was great food.
So we told him what we're going to do is we're going to make a show, and he's into it. We're going to make a show, Bones Appetit, where he goes around and samples a bunch of new restaurants, meets the chefs, and
My buddy Juan Padro sent me that text. I was like, you got to talk to your guy. He
Yeah,
has a bunch
you
of
gotta
great
get him.
restaurants
Yeah.
in Denver. Like, come on. I got a bunch of restaurants you can check out. Yeah, Denver has good food. Really
Yeah.
good food.
I mean, unbelievable.
unbelievable. What else we got?
Rockiest shots.
Elliot says,
Oh, my
Rockiest
God.
shots with Tim. Wish I was there. Have you had Rockia?
Yes, Tim had rock.
Hold on,
Hey,
real
Tim.
fast.
Hey,
Also-
Tim.
Actually, since we're on it,
Hey, Tim.
do you sip the Rocky or do you take it as a shot? We take
Oh,
them as
bring it.
You know, I don't
have that.
offer one to Tim earlier.
Man, I don't want to put him on the spot, man. I don't want to put him on.
Tim's driving tonight. Tim doesn't want to lose.
All right, we'll take him in his honor.
There you go.
You know what that's called? Durakia.
All right.
Durakia.
Gively.
This is to the Denver Nuggets, my good friend Dev, and Tim Connelly.
What kind of rakia is it?
I don't know. Gively, let's go.
There's only like 3 in all of Denver.
What's that? What rakia is it? Is it Slivovitz?
Which one was it there? Do you know this one?
Yeah, you gotta get Slivovitz.
That's so good.
I'll send you some rakia.
It's just so good.
No, my buddy in DC has a restaurant with
Really?
insane amounts of rakia. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll have to try it. We are going to Serbia in August. We're
Really?
taking the whole crew. We're going to make a documentary. We're going to try to get interviews with like, I don't know if we'll be able to pull it up, but we're going to try to get like Mishko and some of these other people that are out there.
Sure.
And just try to get like to learn. We got obviously a bunch of fans out
Mishko's
there.
the best. Nebusa's the best. There's great. I'll be I'll be there soon. I'm gonna go to Europe next week. Scout
Really?
a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
You should have Rakia when you go for the first time.
Well, it's
Okay, cool.
heard about this drink. Love Rakia. Yeah, if I wasn't driving, I would have imbibed. But
Smart man.
quick way to lose my job.
You're like, that was it worth losing my
Yeah.
job? Like, it was pretty vibey, that Rakia.
That's always my nightmare of getting other people in trouble. I never want to do that. What do we got? One more here. Eric says, couldn't make it this time. Pour a drink for me. Also, TC is the man. So you guys now, I mean,
dude, so much love for Torrey Craig on this show.
Dory's the best. He's the best.
then another one says, thanks for bringing the top human and the Nuggets' first ever MVP to Denver, Tim. We call Jokic the top human.
Top human.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
Weighed very heavily by how good he plays basketball.
It's like a very Mad Max-ish, but he's the greatest guy in the world.
Yeah, we have strange values here, but
Yeah.
wing and everything, who he is as a person, his
Yeah.
basketball acumen.
No, we're so lucky.
Number one human being.
He's great. We have great people on the team.
To kind of finish this up, Tim, I took 2 shots for you.
No, do it, Rakia. This is a big servant. Do Rakia. Pivo. Do
And
Rakia.
I don't like.
I
don't like rakia.
Yeah.
So, what are the positive things you want to say about Dev?
Rakia is clean. It's a clean drink.
This is the worst show we've ever done.
This is by far the worst show.
I think it's great. So I'm sorry. What's about?
He's fishing for a compliment here.
But yeah, the best sneakers by a mile.
Oh, congratulations.
He's never
Sneakers
worn
are
the
real.
same
I mean,
sneakers.
They can't see.
Dev, quick question. How does it feel for your best attribute to be something that you bought?
They're fine with me. His style.
I go a lot
It
of
is
ways.
style. I choose that. Yeah,
Hey, that's chosen, right?
that was my choice.
You guys have any good TV shows? Or
Man, I'm barely watching television these days. I have no
I watch
time.
so many things.
Dev's got nothing but time.
Netflix, HBO.
watch,
I'm on.
What do you got?
Is This Cake? Have you watched that yet?
No.
The show where you have to figure out if it's cake or like a real item.
What?
Oh, I've seen this on social media. This is a show.
Surprisingly good. Surprisingly
It
good.
gets me every time when it's like a little puppy or something, and all of a sudden they cut it, and,
And
you're
then
like,
the
no.
puppy's dead.
Yeah, exactly. This is a real show. Is it on Netflix?
Yeah, no.
Cake or not a cake?
we were trying to find a show that wasn't too kiddish.
Okay.
We'll turn this on. Now we're like really into it.
Yeah.
Are y'all guessing? Like, it's
No,
going
it's
to be
that
a cake.
one. That's real buffalo wings. That's real buffalo wings.
Do you have my kids watch YouTube, and it's always adults our age playing on playgrounds and stuff.
Yeah,
Have you
like-
seen
like
this?
Blimpie?
Yeah, like Blimpie, exactly. And it's
Yeah.
the weirdest thing to me.
Or the guy, Ryan's World, Ryan's Secret. I think he made like $28 million last year.
Yeah. Oh, they make a ton of money. It's
Yeah.
like it's actually insulting how much. And
We're trying to make our kids like step your game up.
yeah, exactly. There's definitely the parents too that are like, the kids don't want to be there, and they're like, "Come on,
Yeah,
you're like
yeah.
you're." And it's weird. It's
sure.
very weird. All right, we got Abby. A couple more before we let Tim get out of here. Love you, Tim. Thank you for constructing the Nuggets. My dad and I love. Cheers, LFG Nugs. In all seriousness, though, Tim, like here's the thing. We're doing sports. You're building a team. We're talking about the team you build. Sometimes it's very frivolous on its surface, but when you see people talk about this type of stuff, like, "Hey, I do this with my dad. This is how I connect." Like, do you ever feel that the like? I don't want to say importance, but just sort of the like, "Hey, this you're helping bring something cool to the world."
No, it's like I'm a fan first, and I never aspired to run an NBA team, so this is all gravy. But yeah, I know how important sports is in my life, my family's life, and how cool it is when the Orioles went to the World Series,
Right.
or Maryland basketball won it all, and the Ravens, like we were in New Orleans when the Ravens won the Super Bowl.
Special.
It means something.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't take it lightly. You know, it's one of the only diversions we have in our life. You know, life can be pretty hard, and there's a lot of serious things in life, and sports is not one of them. So when you can have fun with it, and the city's proud of your team, it's really cool, and I don't take it lightly. And I think it's, I don't know, it's really neat, really cool, and I feel fortunate to work for a great organization in a great city. And I mean, I've known you guys forever, so it's pretty wild to see what you guys have done. You know,
Yeah.
and you should just be, drunk idiots at a bar
lot
that
has
you didn't
changed.
run. Now you're drunk idiots at the bar you have.
That's what I'm saying, man.
We're doing.
It's evolution.
We've been doing the same thing for 8 years. We're paid to do it now.
but
It's like weird.
This is pretty cool. I mean, whoever has not been out this DNVR, bro. This is pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Unique. It's a special place. Somebody just sent in. It's RR just sent in $10 towards Tim's Uber. So there you go. $10.
I live about
you can't go too
8 towns away
far.
from here.
Really? That's perfect. So there you go. And then another one says, "Now come on, get out of here with that, Vivek. We get it. Let's wrap it up. We're gonna get out of here so we can go and have some fun with our people. Thank you everybody for watching the show today. Hit that like button on the way out. Take Sunday off. We will be back Mondays. The Nuggets are on the road for Charlotte.
Let's go.
See you all then.